Hello, and welcome to Cryptid Creations. We're just three idiots who hang out and talk about dumb stuff together sometimes. But before we get into the show, we have a couple of words from our sponsor. Hey, have you guys ever heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Mandatory call to action! Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
Want to hear like the wildest story in anime history, in my opinion?
Sure.
It's there's an anime franchise called Fates. You may or may not have heard of it. It's extremely popular. But like literally it's like one of the most profitable like franchises in like Japan. And it started out as a goddamn hentai, but like people were just like, man, the story here is really good. And then like they just skip the hentai parts and keep reading it. And the guy was like, well, I guess I'll just write regular stories then. Like, imagine making hentai about a gender-bent King Arthur, and then all of a sudden you have one of the most profitable Japanese manga anime franchises in the world.
That's how it usually works. Any anime could be traced back to King Arthur, if we're being honest with ourselves.
And welcome to the show. I'm William.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Megan.
Megan, you sound different.
She's got a cold.
Yeah, the thing is, I've kind of come down with something, and so
COVID.
My throat became a man's throat.
How does that work? Can you walk me through that?
So it's quite simple. You start out with coronavirus, and then you die.
Very easy tutorial. I might try that out.
On a more serious note, Megan had some scheduling issues today. She will be replaced by a Mr. Trevor, last name that I'm not going to reveal because I'm not gonna take that spice out of his life.
Honestly, never say my last name ever. It's actually a cursed language.
Well, now I kind of want to say it.
Well, it's
written in runic stones, so it's literally impossible to say.
Yeah. Frankly, there's no proper language in the human tongue that can pronounce my last name.
Trevor's last name starts with an L because that's all he takes.
Wow, you didn't have to call me out like that. Holy fuck.
I would like to go back to our little anime topic just for a moment to tell you. I once watched an anime, and I can't even remember what it's called, but it would always start out with some like storybook voice, and she'd be like, far away in the land of like, and it would just be like this town that they lived in, but it was like to be kind of like cutesy. But every once in a while, she'd switch it up in the English dub. So one of the episodes started in the small, quaint town of Gary, Indiana. And she goes, nah, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be fucked up?
What the fuck?
I was like, all right, damn.
No, because you were like, send that up, and I was getting distinct memories of when I watched Fairy Tale, because like that would always start out like, in the long distant land of Fiore. And then you just come out with Gary, goddamn Indiana. And I'm just like, man.
Yeah, it wasn't Fairy Tale. It was like a 10-episode anime. I can't remember the name of it, but I remembered the main girl of it looked like, if you've ever seen Toradora Taiga, she looked like a tall version of her.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, but I know who you're talking about. Like, I haven't seen the show, but like I always see like the icon, so.
Y'all a bunch of fucking weebs.
And goddamn proud of it.
I was a little too proud at one point. I literally have a Soul Eater plushie sitting on my bookshelf right now.
You do?
I'm only disappointed in that because I don't like Soul Eater.
That is me. Trevor, you only watched like 10 episodes.
Because it sucked.
No, it did not. You just saw the fan service in the first 3 episodes and went, they didn't continue that and stopped. I know you.
I mean, it was a great premise. Like, I think the whole like, you know, Reaper like Academy thing, it's not bad, and like I wanted to like it. I think for me it was just the animation style. In all due honesty, I think it was just the animation.
It is made by the same people who made Full Metal Alchemist, and
really that's why I don't. That's why I don't like it either.
Wait, okay, hold on. Full stop.
The same person.
You don't like Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to the podcast. My name is Trevor. I'm joined by my co-host Kayla, and that's it.
Christ, you can't usurp me.
I've already did. I'm taking my wife back.
They wrote the same person wrote the manga, and then when it got remade, or when they made Full Metal Alchemist, and then Soul Eater picked up popularity for it. I will say the manga is way better than the anime because the anime ended before the manga, so they just kind of like ad-libbed it. Like they made whatever they wanted to after like season 2.
No,
Just like this podcast after episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the two, like, there's only two anime that I've like decided to read because I thought, or like, yeah, two manga I decided to read because the anime weren't exactly hitting the spot, but I knew I wanted to like get into it. It was Tokyo Ghoul and Overlord. Like those two, like they're like subpar to decent anime, but the manga just the manga's so good for them, both of them.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah, I highly recommend Overlord manga, like 9 out of 10.
You know what's so funny is that the manga for hentai are usually like way better than any anime adaptation. Like, if you ever try to watch like a hentai anime, there is no plot, but the second you get to the manga, you're like, "Whoa, this shit slaps."
And like okay, one of my friends
Why didn't
who
you
like
tell me she? Why didn't you tell me she dropped out of college for depression? And like, why didn't you give me this backstory?
oh my god, like I remember like one of my friends, he's been unironically trying to get me into hentai for this plot, and it concerns me that people unironically like get this sex, just like literally a bunch of lines that equate to sexual desire, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to jerk this to the story, and I don't know, it's so that's just my major disconnect with that whole
Well,
subculture.
when I first got into anime, I was like 11, 12, like when I really got into it and like actively started seeking out shows. And back at that point, you didn't when you're like going on random websites to just find random animes, you don't really know.
Wait,
like,
didn't you
what's
tell me
what.
you went one time you went to like a convention and you thought you were getting like some random manga, but you picked up a hentai or something? Or am I wrong about that?
No, that is a story but what I was saying is that like one of the first animes I watched was Rosario Vampire, which
Oh,
is for all intents and purposes like just barely under the line of being a hentai, and
yeah.
I didn't realize that at age 12. So I used to recommend it to a lot of people,
Yikes! Yikes!
including my best friend's older brother, and I'm talking older by like 7 years, so he knew what it was and he was like, "Okay."
By that point, he just checked out of life. His soul left, his body was left behind.
But the manga thing that did happen. I was at a anime convention and they had like almost like comic book style, like how thin and tall they are, but like you could tell that they were for anime. And so I was like, "Oh, I want to go check this out," because I saw that they had the title of some of the animes that I liked. And so my mom's trailing behind me, and I look and I pull one up and it's just ass, titties, and dick on the cover, and it is 100% like a fan made hentai. And I put it right back down and I said, "I've misread this booth," and I left.
Oh no.
I was 14 with my mother next to me, and my mom laughed at me.
We have been going for 15 minutes and not started the show.
As far as I'm concerned, this is the show now. You are now an anime podcast.
Okay.
All right, the first subject of the day is horrible things to marinate chicken in.
Why don't you start us off?
Me or
Me?
Trevor?
Yes.
How about Kayla? How about you and I just talk simultaneously, and then we just have the listeners just figure out
NyQuil.
Oh,
NyQuil chicken.
honestly, I would vibe with that. Like, unironically, I might put that on a chicken sometime.
You get full. You get a little nap. It's great.
Honestly, yeah. Like, that's actually what do you mean horrible? I thought that's a great thing to marinate your chicken in. Like, yeah, I would totally eat that. Like, unironically.
I also put down Flex Seal.
All right.
How does that work in your intestines though? Walk me through that. Does it just like seal up your shit? Like,
It's a
can
little
you
bit
never
of a
poop again?
challenge. You gotta work for your food. It's a challenge.
Oh no.
And then
yeah, I
it's a
guess it would
challenge
be
for your body. If you survive, you a real one. You built different.
No, the thing is, I was just trying to think of the most obscure shit, and one of the things I wrote down here was car floor French fries.
Ooh.
Because like you know how there's always like several French fries that somehow like make it through the cracks of your car when you're eating like McDonald's on the
Oh,
road or
yeah.
some shit. and like they're just lost to the shadow realm, banished for eternity. If you could get all this French fries out of your car and then essentially just cover it in a chicken, like
Wait, Trevor, can
yeah.
you drive?
Yes. What do you wait? What?
I never knew that about you. Hold on, I don't know why I thought you didn't have a license.
I'm 21. I have a driver's license.
That doesn't mean anything. I think it's because that one time I visited you and Evan at school and we went to go get Outback. I drove and I was like, oh, just because no one else has a car.
Yeah.
And I didn't put two and two together that maybe you had a car or maybe you could drive and you just weren't.
I think about that day a lot because we basically fucking clown carred that shit. There was like 9 people on one car.
Yeah.
There were 5 seats in that car and there were 9 of us.
I honestly, like, the fact that we were able to pull off that kind of drive just makes me committed in the belief that we as a society can surpass, like, evolve further beyond Homo sapiens.
My favorite thing was when the police were trying to pull someone else over, but they were right behind us, and so their lights started flashing, and I was like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Honestly, that what you just said gave me the same vibes as, like, when you're on the highway, and then it'll, like, you'll see that sign that says, like, speed limit enforced by aircraft, and, like, it's usually just, like, some dicky, like, helicopter.
What?
You never seen that? Like, some
No.
highways, like, some highways, it's, like, especially for, like, the interstate, like long drive ones,
No.
Depending upon the state, there's usually a sign that or also depending on the country, there's some signs that will say, like, speed limit enforced by aircraft.
Trevor, I live in Indiana. I live in buttfuck Indiana. Do you really think we have the money in our budget for an aircraft?
I was about to say, we don't live in fucking goddamn Russia where they just shoot you down for going 5 miles over the speed limit.
No, here's the thing. I've seen those signs because like, my family have done some crazy long drives before, and I've seen those signs, and I've looked it up. It's usually just, like, some, like, small one-man helicopter, and essentially he'll have, like, a camera that, like, looks in on the car as, like, going fast and, like, report it in to, like, interstate police or something like that. But, like, you read those signs and you just imagine, like, an F-35 doing a flyby, like, he's doing 70 to 65, take him out.
Mood.
Back to things to marinate your chicken in. My next option was resin.
Oh, all right.
Once again, work for your food, you know?
Yeah.
Encased in resin or, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
I also, as a child, like, I don't know if you had the pool stores that would put, like, the fake food out for, like, their patio sets, but I really wanted it. Like, I really wanted that food. But it was always
Oh
fake.
my god. One of the things I had written down was mercury.
My next was diarrhea.
I had...
Why? Hold up. Sorry to cut you off again, Trevor.
You're fine.
Why does every single topic we have involve shit somehow?
Because we're gross.
Yeah.
I was gonna come out with pretty out of left field one, but use computer PC coolants.
Oh, ew.
I thought you were going to say used condoms.
I mean, that too, but I was like...
I heard used and a C, and I was like, Trevor.
I mean, you said it, not me.
That's fair. You got my ass.
But, like, I'm just imagining, because, like, some PCs, their coolant is just water and not, like, anything special. But, like, even then, if you, like, have the same PC for, like, 3 years and you just don't trade out the water, like, that's gonna, like, collect, like, a lot of shit over time. And just, like, what would that take? Like, even though it's just water, it's, like, water that's just been rinsing itself.
It's gonna taste like dust.
Yeah, dust.
It's gonna be stale as fuck.
It would taste like dust, copper, and, like, iron or something. I don't know.
You ever tasted flat water before?
I mean, that's just water that's been in a water bottle in the sun for, like, 6 hours.
Oh, but that's, like, the best water.
No, it's not!
I like when you could taste the plastic.
The fact that the number of people who have said they enjoy that kind of water has gone more than one now, thanks to you, Kayla, concerns me about America. Like, no.
Let me live. I don't like cold drinks. Like, I actually prefer, at this point in my life, I prefer Pepsi over Coke, because Pepsi just already tastes flat, and I like flat soda.
I suppose.
Yeah, that's because you're a goddamn gremlin.
My next thing to marinate chicken in was if you mixed orange juice and toothpaste together, because I thought it would fizzle.
Orange
Your
juice.
teeth.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
You know, like that very specific taste you get?
Yeah, no, I know the exact taste, and now I'm trying to imagine like tossing chicken into the mix.
Like, okay, imagine you like brush your chicken with toothpaste and a toothbrush, and then you just soak it in orange juice.
Yeah, no, I'm imagining it, and then like you take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
And
you
it would
gotta
just
fry it up a
disintegrate
little.
your teeth on the first bite.
No, I feel like you would take a bite out of that, and then for like that brief like moment where your teeth make contact with the chicken, it's like with the concoction, you just transcend humanity in that brief millisecond, and then you come back to Earth.
I feel like you either get 5 new wrinkles in your brain or you go completely smooth brain the second you take a bite, and it just depends on how you're built.
Yeah, honestly.
I would probably die instantly. Another one I had written down was gasoline.
Oh, that's close to what I had. I had jet fuel.
Trevor, have you ever
Yeah,
seen
same thing.
You ever seen that anime scene where it's the little girl and she like goes up to the gas pump and she just starts fucking chugging it?
Okay, I know
God,
exactly.
that was me. That was me when I was landscaping.
I know exactly the one you're talking about, but when you said little girl in anime scene, the first thing I thought of was the one girl who like skewers herself on an umbrella.
Oh, from Another.
Yeah, that's whenever
I watched that show and I read the manga. It's actually very good.
We can't keep coming back to that.
I'm sorry. I also put down mouthwash.
Mouthwash?
Yeah.
I thought you said mathwash, and I was like, numbers?
Also, that's like the least gruesome death in that show.
One of the more obscure ones I have here is crushed filled mosquitoes.
Like the little bloody boys. I like when you like kill a mosquito and you could tell if it ate or not because when you crush it, if it bleeds.
Yeah, like imagine like a bunch of like mosquitoes are just like filled to the brim from like just doing the big suck on all sorts of creatures, and then you just crush them all and turn them into a fine paste.
I like when like a mosquito's sucking on your arm and you slap them and they bleed and you're like, it's a me.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I just always enjoyed crushing mosquitoes because it gave me a feeling of power.
Yeah.
Because like there's no because when you crush a mosquito, especially if they haven't been drinking anything, there's just no resistance. You just touch them and they die, and it's just like you feel like you have god fists in that brief.
You put your finger very lightly on their back just where they can't move, and then you slowly crush them.
Yeah, I also personally enjoy.
Oh my God. I'm recording with a bunch of sociopaths.
It doesn't help. I was about to follow up with me and a friend I had in ice hockey. Because we played in a dirty locker room, there'd always be these daddy long leg spiders, and he taught me how to catch them, pick them up, and rape off their legs one by one.
For daddy long legs?
For the daddy long legs, yes.
Now they're daddy no legs.
Yeah, them daddy long legs become daddy my legs.
Jesus Christ. I have something that I also wrote down, but it won't affect you for a couple of years, but I wrote down asbestos.
I put dish soap because you know how you're supposed to like wash your chicken before you cook it, like wash it with water and whatnot. Imagine if someone just took it too far and just marinated it in soap. Like dish soap.
No, Kayla, you joke, but I've seen a video where someone did that unironically.
Soap chicken.
I then put as a subcategory, if you used like body soap like Axe, I feel like it'd be like a spicier version of dish soap.
All right. One of the things I have here is hair gel. Is there any specific type of hair gel, like a brand, that you think would be better on chicken compared to another?
I think any of the Old Spice ones because it has like such a strong scent that you'd actually be able to taste it.
Yeah, I think that'd be
it's gonna that or anything from Axe because it always smells like battery acid.
What if you put like Head and Shoulders on it? What do you think would happen? Would like
well, are you talking about like original Head and Shoulders, green apple, lavender? There's so many
OG
different
Head and Shoulders. Like you have dandruff, like Head and Shoulders.
I think I have I got a little bit of an up one probably. Y'all know Dr. Bronner's?
No, what's Dr. Bronner's? I actually have never heard that till now.
It's a soap that I swear to God, no matter what soap it is, it smells like piss. Every single soap from Dr. Bronner's has always smelled like cat pee to me.
Just hotel soap.
What if you emptied a bottle of cologne onto a chicken breast.
I could go with cologne on like a drumstick, but I don't think it would belong on a breast. Like,
Trevor really,
no, yeah, because
Trevor
like,
really just said, "Get them thighs, but leave my titties alone."
listen, I've always been a thighs guy. Like, no matter what, I don't discriminate. It's thighs save lives. Wait, fuck, thighs save lives. God, that was a weird stutter.
Take 2. Do that again.
Thighs save lives. God, fuck.
He's only gonna get worse
There you go.
every time he does it.
Yeah.
Thighs save lives, man. There we go.
Thighs
There you
save
go.
lives.
That's decent. That's a decent one. Yeah, but like,
The fact that I actually had a speech impediment and I said that quicker.
oh my god. When I was a kid, I
Coming for
I
you,
was one of those
throne.
kids who had to like leave class
I was too.
because
For the...
I could never pronounce my th's that good, and I still can't. But like,
Same.
it was
Okay, I had the ths, like the shs, like those, and I had a stutter.
I didn't really have a stutter. I grew into a stutter due to my parents' emotional abuse and my anxiety. But when I
Hey,
was
Trevor, this is a comedy podcast.
yeah, that's why I said that.
Haha, your parents didn't love you. See, now it's funny.
I laughed. I laughed to hide the pain. No, but like, I had to like. It was also so annoying because one of my favorite things was like reading time or independent reading time, where like either the teacher would read a book to the class or you got to read your own book, and I loved reading as a kid. And it was always during those goddamn times when like the fucking speech professor would be like, "Hey Trevor, time to work on your THs," and like literally say it to the fucking class, and I would just leave dejected, sad, and made fun of. And it was like, what the fuck? Like that was when I learned that we needed to revamp the education system.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm terrible at spelling, and that's because from 2nd to 8th grade in all of my like spelling classes, that was when they would take me for speech therapy. So they'd be like, "Yeah, you could say the word, but good luck spelling it ever in your life."
Yeah,
But
no,
that's fine
yeah.
because I learned how to spell diarrhea without autocorrect. So like, I don't think I really need to know any other words.
Oh my god.
What?
Just what she just said.
I mean, if there's one word that I constantly battle with in autocorrect, it's for whatever reason, it's like the word. It's always either the word motivation, fuck, or hyperventilation.
I work in one and I cannot spell the word restaurant.
Oh my, really?
Like without autocorrect, it's like restaurant. Like I will add like so many extra letters.
Restaurant. Yeah, restaurant.
Like I shit you not, I have to Google the word sometimes because I'll try to spell it and autocorrect would be like, "You're on your own, sis. Like you fucked up too bad."
Kayla, I'm now just imagining you like working at, and then you like sit the people down. It's just like, "Welcome to our restaurant." Like RAWR, and then you like do like a fucking like cat neko meow thing.
No, canceled. No. She's not gonna RAR XD glomp anyone.
Well, welcome to on your bread.
William's gonna have to like bleep out the fact that you said the actual name of the restaurant because I haven't like announced it.
Real?
But no, yeah, it's fine though. I think that's an easy edit if you just like bleep out the name, right?
Wait, here.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do bleep. I gotta figure out how to do bleeps. So that's the one thing that I have to do.
Yeah, wait here. Oh, welcome to McDonald's. Here's some spanky wanky Ronald McDankies.
Nah, we didn't need a second take of that.
Trevor, do you want to hear how I answer the phone at work?
Oh, please.
So I feel like I have a pretty deep voice, but I genuinely do turn into one of those like catfish gamer girls when I answer the phone. So William, you're gonna have to bleep the name again because I'm just gonna go into my little spiel. Good day, thank you for calling. And my name is Kayla, and how may I help you today?
Oh, that's actually.
Who the hell is that? She's fake.
Yeah, what fake ass bitch was that? Them hoes ain't real.
Them hoes ain't real.
Honestly, if I worked at a restaurant, because the thing is, the reason I've like never worked in any kind of like food business is just
the reason I've never worked.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Anyway, I just have like this weird thing about like handling food
Yeah.
because it like just thinking about handling someone else's food and then like accidentally like rubbing my eye and then like an eyelash falls out and into it and just like
I like the power play. That's why I work in food
yeah,
service.
no. The thing is like I could not handle the emotional stress of like possibly fucking up someone else's food that someone else cooked for that other person. And me just being the middleman was just like, "Here you go, sir."
You just have to be the punching bag. You bring them fucked food, and they're all like, you know what? I think I'm taking your toenails.
Yeah, no. See, the thing is, if I was any kind of waiter or if I was like any kind of waiter or server, like I would guaranteed be the person that's giving Karen's power today. I would be that person who just like, yes, ma'am, you can. Here's your free chicken numgies.
Numgies.
You don't have that
Numgies.
power. I hate when like customers genuinely think you have that power. I can't give you free food. I don't have a fucking card to like take it off.
Hmm.
Like
We can't
I
just
shit you
summon new food.
I have to get a manager for it. Like you can't just bully me into giving you shit. And if I'm honest, if you're gonna bully me, I'm gonna tell my manager you don't deserve it.
I'm gonna tell my manager.
I'll
My
be like,
dadager.
honestly, I'll be like, she's been being a cunt all dinner, so she came in looking for a reason for it to be bad. Don't comp it off her meal, and then they won't.
Oh my god. You just gotta shit talk, and that's all you gotta do to cancel that, huh?
That or I hate when people are like, I'll leave a review on Yelp. Okay, like, do you know what's gonna happen when you leave a review on Yelp? We sit in the back of the restaurant like once a month, and someone pulls up Yelp on their phone or Google review, and then we laugh at you.
Yeah, I heard it here. You definitely heard it, folks.
I have never once gotten in trouble for a Yelp review. I don't think anyone at the restaurant I work at has ever gotten in trouble, even if they were named by name. We just laugh about it. We're like, I remember them.
The only reason Yelp is ironically used or like unironically used is like not because like, oh, let me just see what the servers are like here. It's just like you pull up Yelp, you find a restaurant, you find like, okay, this is the price range, this is the number of stars, number of people who rated it. All right, want to go here? Sure. No. All right. Like no one ever like reads the reviews unless it's like already a shitty restaurant and like you read the reviews because you want to see what like thesis people write. Like I
Yeah.
remember there was like a White Castle by me that had like 1 star on Yelp and like 400 reviews, and my parents and I like pulled it up, and this like there's this man who wrote a goddamn like 10 paragraph essay about why this White Castle in particular was so shitty and why like it is like literally I could have submitted it for a college report and like gotten a good grade on it.
Imagine how fucking sad your life has to be where you have the time to sit down and form like an articulated opinion about White Castle. That's just so fucking sad to me.
I, having worked in also a fast food restaurant at one point, I love how like low the standard is. There is,
Oh my god.
I worked at a Dairy Queen once, and there was a Taco Bell in my town.
Mm-hmm.
And just to prove this, if I went to a restaurant and they messed up my order a couple times, I probably wouldn't go back, right? This Taco Bell, even if you order 2 items, there's one of 2 things are going to happen 90% of the time. They're going to miss one of your items, or you're going to be in that line for 30 minutes.
Or both.
The reviews for that place are like 1 star, but do you know how many times I go back? I'm never stopping going. I'm never going to not go to Taco Bell. Like, the standards are so low. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm probably not going to get what I ordered, but like, you know?
Yeah. Also, one of the last things I wrote down was curdled milk. Since we've
Oh god. Oh god.
we're still on that.
I was literally just talking about this with someone else. I despise the word curdled. Like that word should be banned from the English
Curdled.
language.
Moist curdled.
I love cottage cheese because it's just curdled milk, but we eat it.
Please stop talking.
I told one of my coworkers that they looked the way cottage cheese smells.
Hey, boys.
What?
We have a boy.
Oh,
A boy?
We have the boy.
I
The
can pull up
boy.
the photo.
Sorry to completely derail that thing, but we were never gonna get to it.
Oh,
But we
God.
have a boy.
Are we doing Sonic?
This boy.
I love how he's got like a trailer behind him, like cool stuff. And it's Sonic, but he's got clown makeup. I also like how it looks like his legs are unnaturally short.
That's so he can move his legs faster.
No, the fact that it's like some kid in a Sonic costume and a Joker mask, I'm literally just imagining the words "Society Liver" written on top of him, but like in like the papyrus fonts, along with like a Soulja Boy quote.
No.
It's like cursive and it's like crank that.
It's just like you either crank that Soulja Boy or that Soulja Boy cranks you.
I'm gonna make that. Hold on.
And papyrus fonts like over his head.
You get what you fucking crank!
It won't let me do different fonts on here. I'll do it later.
Boo.
Yeah, I was about to say, doing it right now is not the good time.
I love how they're like in the car, like they're afraid to get out.
Oh, honestly,
Because
like
they
this
don't
looks
wanna
like
be him.
this looks like prime material for like a Photoshop of like that one format where it's like some guys like holding a Glock in like a frantic like position at whatever's like coming at them.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were
Our
working
boy.
on Soulja Boy, Society Liver, Sonic.
Oh, yeah. We had to take a break. Sorry.
Yes.
He looks like he could do the nastiest renegade.
Yeah, I can see that. Because he's in a Sonic outfit, I just imagine him running from responsibilities rather than robots.
He's married. He has 4 kids. He's running from it.
Somehow at the age of 12, he's gone through 3 divorces.
I prefer to believe that that's actually a grown ass man.
It's just
like.
Danny DeVito, the formative years.
Oh no. I feel like this is like how I feel when I drink coffee, but it doesn't wake me up. Like this kid doesn't drink black coffee. He just eats the grounds. It doesn't wake him up at all. It just gives him high blood pressure.
No, see, this is the kind of costume that I would try to make to be stupid and weird, but in like the super avant-garde, I'm trying to send a message sense. Like,
Oh, it's an art piece.
yeah, I think this is a statement.
He doesn't drink coffee, but he definitely does coffee enemas.
Oh no. Throwback to episode 2.
Honestly, if he does coffee enemas, then I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes suppository medicine through the mouth. Like just complete like reversal of roles.
He has one suppository thermometer, and he only ever puts it under his tongue.
Yes.
Despite having 0 energy, he can still run at the speed of light. Probably also often runs into like pedestrians, killing them.
He literally, this is just A Train from The Boys.
Oh my god, I forgot about that show.
I haven't seen season 2 yet. It's on my mom and I plan on watching it pretty soon though.
So you know how he has the 2 like electricity boxes next to him?
That's how
What
he
if
gets power? Is that like how he charges up?
He's charging like an iPhone. He puts
Does he run on
cord-
iPhone batteries?
He puts his cord in his butthole and he charges himself.
Well, no, his butthole is how he eats. No, you know what he does? He actually has to find a female outlet, and then he plugs like his like hair tendril things into it, and he just has to like lie there for like 30 minutes.
Anyone that comes by and touches him gets fried instantly.
Yeah. And no, anyone who touches him like just has a delayed reaction, and those are all the cases of spontaneous combustion.
Oh
It's
my
like-
god.
It's delayed, but you don't know by how much.
Yeah.
It varies each time.
Like you could touch him, and then 5 years from now, you just burst into flames.
Isn't that so fucking scary that one day you could just burst into flames? No reason.
Honestly, based on the evidence of spontaneous combustion, I don't think they actually ever really feel pain. So I would be down for it.
I would hope not, because like you catch on fire randomly.
Well, like yeah, and like the one case I'm thinking of spontaneous combustion that I'm referencing here is like that one old lady. I can't remember her name.
Where like only her shoe was left.
Yeah, it was like only her shoe, and like her skull was like the size of like a teacup or something.
Okay, but imagine if you spontaneously like combust at a gas station.
Oof.
Oh no, that whole building coming with you.
Bruh, no, the thing is, that wouldn't even be considered spontaneous combustion. The police would look at that and then call it a terrorist attack.
But think about it. How fucking terrifying. Every time you go to the gas station, you run the risk of someone spontaneously combusting.
It's low, but it's never zero.
Yeah.
At least there's nobody smoking at the fucking pumps anymore because of all the masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's nice at the very least. This kid's definitely an anti-masker.
As he wears a mask right in front of us.
I thought it was makeup.
I did
That is a
too.
mask.
That's the only mask he wears.
No, he wears like masks in reverse. So like when he's supposed to have a mask on, that's when he takes it off.
Oh my god. Under the mask is just teeth.
Only 2 though.
Only and they're buck teeth. They're not even like sharp or like fangs or anything. They're just like 2 regular buck teeth.
He has 1 on the top, 1 in the bottom, and they're perfectly centered.
No, they're actually not perfectly centered. They're like just off enough that you can notice.
Oh no.
Just barely.
I don't know why, but like the only thing I could picture out of that like visual image was just like Squidward trying to take very tiny bites.
Oh god. The thing is, I was so concerned because you just said Squidward, and I had like before you finished, I was just I'm like, how the hell do you get Squidward out of all of
There.
this?
What I thought of, there was a TikTok, and it's a girl, and she was like, we need to start roasting each other more, and she had buck teeth.
Oh god.
And not buck teeth. She had like a gap between her 2 front teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And a little Asian boy whose like teeth were like crossing each other, like you'd cross your fingers. He went, "Your teeth hate each other. My teeth love each other."
Oh
and,
god.
Me.
That's all I could
Very
think
much
of.
me.
I fucking hate teeth.
How much alimony do you think this fucking kid has to pay?
It depends on how many wives he's had, I feel.
I said
Because
he has had. I said he's had 3 divorces.
No, see, because here's the thing. I think he's had 5 divorces, but he like literally every time they got divorced for the exact same reason, and so he has to pay the exact level of alimony for everyone, and it's all part of his master plan, just to make sure that he doesn't like have any weird values, and he just has a even number to pay out.
I
Oh
thought
my
you were.
God.
I thought you were gonna be like he's trying to do a debt any percent speed run.
I mean that too, but like, I'm thinking like 5 wives, $75,000 a year to each of them. So all he has to do is just take 75,000 multiplied by 5, and that's just what he has to pay. So
God, that's too much.
But it's no trouble to him because the thing is, he just ransoms people's electricity at these power. Like he charges himself up at a power station, causing blackouts, and then like the law has to get in and be like, okay, please give the people their power back. We don't know what else to do. And he's just like, pay me, and then they
He's
pay him.
richer than Bill Gates, but no one would ever know.
They're like, can you please give the power back? And he's just like, you gotta catch me first. And then he runs away.
You have to get your power back. Time to duel. He doesn't run away. He just pulls out fucking a Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
A 2,000 card deck.
I'm good.
He pulls out a Beyblade arena.
No, he pulls out 2,000 card Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but they're all the Jar of Greed card. He has no combat potential. He just
Only, and then there's just one shiny Mudkip in the middle of the deck.
Will, you're gonna edit that shit out.
Nope.
You are gonna edit that shit out. I fucking demand it.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got a 2,000 card deck, and it's all of the greed cards.
Yeah.
And
the
one
only thing he
singular
says
shiny Mudkip.
as soon as he brings it out, the only thing he says is he just looks him dead in the eyes and he goes, "You can't outplay this."
I'm gonna tell him about the Mudkip.
Don't.
Trevor once got drunk, and to William, I said something to him, and he went, "Kayla, if you were my fiance, I'd divorce you." And so we have a running joke that he's my ex-husband, and that what I got in the divorce was his shiny Mudkip.
I still want that fucking thing back.
It's mine now.
God, no. I want that fucking Mudkip.
It's a Swampert now, and it's a girl. Thank you.
It was mine to evolve, you piece of fuck. God, Like
Suffer.
I once dated a girl who cheated on me by fucking my best friend and then sending me pictures of them fucking, and I never felt more betrayed than you holding my mudkip hostage. No, that is like an actual fact. Like that actually happened to me, and frankly, I've gotten over that much faster than the fact that you're holding. Not only have you held, this is news to me that you fucking evolved it. It was bad enough that you fucking held on to it, but then you take away the pleasure of me getting the chance to evolve it.
I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, fucking. Okay, you're
I'm
really
raising
just
it
turning
as
into
a
the full scale
socialist.
hostage situation. How much do you want?
You gotta catch it.
Fuck.
I'm raising it as a socialist.
We're
Not,
not turning into that kind of podcast. Let's turn that around. Let's write the course. All right. Come on. Let's go back to the podcast. Let's come on over here.
Every single thing you don't like, Trevor, is what I'm gonna make it like.
So you're gonna make him a law-abiding citizen?
He's gonna he's just gonna actively advocate against genocide, which, you know, every normal person would.
He's gonna advocate for porn accounts on Instagram to share their political views.
Stop! You're hurting me. This is abuse. This is textbook abuse.
It seems like we're done with this boy.
We haven't named him.
I was gonna say, what's this boy's name? How do we name him?
So when I looked at him, because it looks like he has super long arms, I thought of Stretch Armstrong, and I'm like, well, an alteration to that name could be Speed Legbreaker.
Oh, I love Speed Legbreaker.
Speed Leg Strong.
No, like he has to be. No, I think it has to be Legbreaker because he looks like he would break the globalist ankles.
Yeah. He just spins it. He just runs around the world really fast, just like
with a baseball bat.
I'd like to think that while he is wearing a mask, that's also just what his face looks like underneath it, and that's what throws off the police.
It's like taking your sunglasses off to reveal more sunglasses.
Okay, why does it kind of look like he's in a cemetery? Like the way the car's pulled up.
He is visiting Thomas.
Hey, I'm proud of him. It's good for siblings to meet each other.
God.
Siblings!
Yeah.
Listen, we're building the Cryptid Creations lore right now, okay? We have to set up
the cinematic universe.
Yeah, we're setting up the cinematic universe, okay? We have to have that all connected for the crossover events.
They were actually the inspiration for Charlie Bit My Finger. Thomas being Charlie.
Oh boy.
Because Thomas really likes to nibble on people's fingers when they get too close.
I hate that. Thank you. So, our third topic is going to be Would You Rathers. So, which one of you would like to start? Kayla, you start.
Trevor. This one is specifically for Trevor.
Oh no. Here we go.
Let me play.
No, if it's specifically for me, then it's bound to be probably one of the spiciest things she's said on this podcast, so I want to hear it.
Trevor, would you rather give up for a year blowjobs or cheese?
Blowjobs or cheese?
Yeah, if you had to give up one for a year.
I mean, it would be blowjobs simply because it's been a year since I've had a blowjob, so I've already done that. Like I can do that.
I was gonna say, I was hoping you were gonna say cheese because then I'd be like, oh yeah, you've probably never even given a blowjob.
No, I could easily. Yeah, no.
I was gonna call you the
that was
throat goat.
okay. I'm honestly incredibly disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
Stop messing with the legs of the mic.
No.
All right. So to give both of Will, you can be included in this. Would you rather?
Oh yay!
So, would you rather have to have a daily Lego Star Wars minifigure suppository supplement, or would you rather replace the sensation of water with the sensation of stepping on Legos? So, like, whenever water touches you, you just feel like you've stepped on Legos.
Oh, the first one. The first one easily.
You have to remember, it is a minifigure per day, and it's not like it's going to be absorbed into your body. That shit's... It's not good for you.
Yes, the first one easily.
All right?
Yeah.
Man, that was honestly incredibly fast. I was like thinking about this one because it's like
Trevor was like, "Is it gay if I put a suppository up my ass?"
No, but like, think about it. If I had to touch water and it fucking hurt, no thank you.
It's not like you drink water anyways.
Well, I am drinking water right now.
Like, also, like, the reason why I would consider like, I'm not saying I would choose it per se, but like, the reason I'll consider the water options, because like, if you've ever like been in a shower and you turn the water hot enough, that shit already hurts. And so essentially, as long as you just like turn it all the way, you could essentially cheat your way out of it, I feel.
But I have an argument against that. Hot water gets like the surface of your skin and like kind of like gets deeper into your skin like as it heats up. Legos, they just fucking hurt. You know, it's a different kind of pain. So I'm gonna take it up the butt. Thank you.
All right, Kayla, same for you, right?
Yeah.
I got one for y'all. Would you rather cry toenails or shit hair?
Shit hair.
Shit hair. Also, because I have long hair, so I already like will sometimes be pooping and feel like the resistance of like a really long hair in my ass. So I feel like it wouldn't be too different.
The only reason I chose hair is simply because I do not trust anything that isn't liquid near my eyes. Period. And
period,
also,
sis.
Yes, and like, yeah, I just feel like if you had to shit out hair, like either A, your body could like possibly take care of that and it would just become regular shit in like hairball form, or like you would just get used to the feeling, or what? Like I don't really see the shitting hair honestly being that bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
William actively very commonly will find my hair in his ass crack, which is why I think he came up with this one.
I think that's why he wrote it down. I think he already likes it. I think he's just like, oh yeah.
I actually super don't. And two, I also found this on Reddit.
Wow, you're cheating. You're taking other people's would you rather's. No dignity. No dignity.
Yeah.
He has so much hair in his ass from me that when he has diarrhea, it comes out as filtered water.
God in Christ. Would you guys rather walk a mile barefoot or in wet socks?
Wet socks.
Well, all right. Follow-up question. What would I be walking across for this mile? Just like doing my every day, and until it hits a mile, it's done. Because like I already do that technically. Let's
just say because it's gonna be the one thing people walk across the most is just like pavement.
Okay, I mean
wet socks.
No, I do pavement. I've done that kind. I once did one of those things. I can't remember when or where, but I distinctly remember like walking across hot coals.
Trevor was one of those wolf kids that like walked around outside barefoot and was like, "I'm built different." Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, no. Firstly, but no, like for whatever reason, like because I once again it goes back to like one of my like childhood hockey teams. To whatever reason, we wanted to like show that us hockey players were tougher than anyone else, and so we literally like did a whole thing where like we like heated up like a bunch of coals and then like set them on the ground and like ran across them to like build resistance or something. I do not remember why. I just remember it hurting. But also at the same, I remember it hurting, but at the same time, like because I was already just used to walk like, but like I just distinctly remember the feeling of like barefoot on pavement and like it not being that bad, honestly. So I would choose barefoot pavement.
Personally, I would choose wet socks because I've done that when landscaping anyway, so I wouldn't notice.
Okay. I have a would you rather that's actually it's a play because like the popular like probably the most popular would you rather is the would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck, right? So I decided just to play with that a little bit, just change it up, and so I said, would you rather fight one Teddy Roosevelt-sized cockroach or 100 cockroach-sized Teddy Roosevelts?
I feel like I could just step on. Yeah, I just step on him.
Well, the thing is, like, yeah, you think, I can just step on them, but for one, there's 100 of them, and they're Teddy Roosevelt, so they're fucking built tougher than a cockroach. You're all, like, I feel like if I had to go up against 100 Teddy Roosevelts, even if they were the size of cockroaches, though 100 like mini bull mooses attacking me at once, like that would just be fucking terrifying. And I honestly would much prefer to take on the Roosevelt-sized cockroach, because at that point it's so big that I could definitely like get to its weak spot easier.
I
I
have
have.
a sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
I just get a leaf blower. What are they gonna do?
Uh, you'd be surprised. Teddy Roosevelt find like
A
Teddy.
leaf blower would be able to blow them off their fucking ass.
The thing is that it's
If
not going
Teddy
to be very
Roosevelt,
effective.
if
Teddy
Teddy
Roosevelt is
Roosevelt was that tough, he'd still be alive.
he is still alive. What are you talking about?
No, he's not.
No,
can't
you're
prove
right.
it.
But like literally one of my it's one of my favorite like post-mortem quotes about Teddy Roosevelt was like one of his advisors after he died says, "Of course he died in his sleep because death would be too afraid to take him while he was alive."
Mood.
Eh,
I think the way I
Wow,
would deal
he
with this
really
is I was
died
just
to sleep.
I think the way I
He
would deal
di-
with this is just spin around really, really fast.
Windmill technique.
Yes.
I love
I'm
it.
in a windmill. I'm in a windmill to victory.
Yeah.
You can't hold on to me if I'm spinning around super fast. And if there's the size of cockroaches, as soon as they grab hold of me, they're gonna get flung off and die.
I think I would keep like one or two to use as a hacky sack just to fuck with them until they died.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I pulled up the quote. So, former President Teddy Roosevelt died in his sleep in 1919, and then sitting Vice President Thomas R. Marshall said, "Death had to take Roosevelt sleeping, for if he had been awake, there would have been a fight."
Fuck them up.
Yeah. So I definitely, even if they're cockroach size, 100 Teddy Roosevelts is like literally death incarnate. So I am not. I'm taking on the cockroach, hands down.
Yeah. I got another would you rather because it's a conversation that I find annoying, but I wanted to broach it to you guys. If
All
you
right.
had if you had one superpower between flying or teleporting, which one would it be?
Teleporting.
Teleporting.
Okay, that conversation is over. I have another one.
Okay.
You guys chose correctly. If you could visit heaven or hell for 30 minutes and no consequences with going to hell, would you which one would you do?
Of course I go to hell. Is that even a question for me? Like,
Yeah.
because like heaven, like pretty much heaven, what you're gonna get. Like heaven is like it's idealized as being like a peaceful, loving place, like the best place to be. So like it's not difficult to imagine luxury, but I think it's much more interesting and much more. I'm much more curious to see. Okay, what would the true punishment of hell be? Like, is it like is it like in Dante's Inferno? Is it just standard fire and hellstone? Is it like the Nordic hell, which is like where it's super cold, or is it like the good place where it's just like people just don't like just torment you in like the super unique random ways? You know what I mean?
I would probably rather go to heaven because I would like to be able to tell people when they're like, "You're going to hell for that." I'd be like, "Really?" Because I've been to heaven. I know what gets you in and what gets you out.
Oh my god.
You just like have like a fucking notebook where you like wrote down like the heaven algorithm.
I want to have the education factor to where if someone's rude to me, I'd be like, "You know who they send to hell? People who do this."
I got one more and then we can start wrapping up cuz we're going real long.
I have two. I have three more actually because you guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
won't let me
we'll
do
we'll
them.
do the rest of them and then I'll wrap it up.
Yeah. I have one more. I have two more, but one's like one that I kind of enjoy. Like, so I'm only gonna be doing the one.
Would you rather have no fears to shape what you do in life, or would you rather have all the fears to tie you down to reality?
The first
Ooh.
one easy.
That's
But if
actually,
you have no fear, you could walk off the edge of a building not knowing any different. You'd be like, "Oh well, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one easy.
Get
I would-
therapy.
I would choose all the fears only because based on how the question like that would you rather is asked, it sounds like there's nothing holding me down from overcoming the fears.
Yeah, there is nothing.
Yeah, so I would choose all the fears simply because I would like to stay tied to reality, but also and like like not think, oh guys, watch this, and just like pull out a gun and then try and eat it.
Would
So,
you
like,
rather? Would you rather fuck Ben Shapiro or Mitch McConnell?
Ben Shapiro, he's a power bottom, easy. I feel if it was Mitch McConnell, there's too many flaps. I don't trust it.
Okay, part of me wants to hear what it sounds like for Mitch McConnell to have sex, just because I think it'd be like a lot of wet slapping.
The only reason I'm gonna choose Mitch McConnell here is only because I know for a fact that would just give me power and blackmail over him.
Trevor just really thought that Mr. Krabs without his shell on was hot and just living out a fantasy.
No, God, no. I would not enjoy it. I would have to like down like 30 Viagra just to make sure I can get the deed done. But like, I would only choose him simply because I'm either banging a dude who may look decent, but at the same time, it's just a boring, lame nobody at the end of it. Or I could bang a conservative politician who, if it got out that he had same-sex relations, could ruin his personal political career. And frankly, that would just give me so much power. And I would use that to start my way into the White House.
All right, and my last one is, would you rather, like, upon looking at someone for the first time, would you rather immediately know what their armpit tasted like or what their fart smelled like? Like, immediately you just know it.
I don't like mouth stuff, farts.
I'm only choosing fart so that way if I'm with like a group of people with them and they fart, I can just immediately call them out.
Okay, but how are you gonna explain to someone like, like imagine like if you weren't allowed to tell people that was your power, that you're just sitting there and you're like, nope, it was Craig. I know what Craig's farts smell like.
Ugh. Well,
could you imagine having to have that conversation, being like, nah, I know for a fact that was a Craig fart by the scent alone. That is a Craig brand fart.
It just turns into a game of Among Us.
Craig's sus.
Craig is sus. I saw Craig at the vents.
Trevor talking all this Among Us and he won't play with me.
Oh no, Trevor, you said you had one more.
Yeah. I mean, I have two more, but this I'm just like looking at both of them, and like one of them's the only one I kind of think is decent. So
let's just rapid fire.
Yes. No. I'm only gonna do the one. So would you rather have your meals turn into gacha game style levels of gambling, where you like if you pay a certain amount of money, you have a certain probability of getting any random type of food, and the more money you pay, the higher the quality or the more towards your tastes? Or would you rather eat one type of meal for free, but it's literally the exact same meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it will be well rounded enough that you won't like die at 30, but at the same time, it's literally going to be the only meal you eat for the rest of your life.
I know exactly what William is going to pick because he only ever eats one singular meal in his life.
I was about to say the second one doesn't affect me at all because I already do it, so I'm doing that one.
I shit you not, every single day he eats chicken nuggets and fries.
That is not good. That is big. I would choose the gacha game thing simply because, like, to a certain extent, that's already kind of what life is. You're just essentially trading it out for like randomization, and I feel like that could just open up a lot of possibilities for me.
No, I think I would just stick with one food. I would pick salad because a salad could be anything.
You would not get to pick the type of food that you get. It would be given.
You don't get to tell me that.
No, I do get to tell you that. It's my would you rather.
That wasn't part of the original question, so
It is.
I am making my own fate. I'm going to say salad. I'm not going to specify what kind of salad. It could be taco salad. It could be ice cream salad. You don't know. It's up to my disclosure.
Then at that point, my nuggets and fries could also be considered a salad.
Yeah. Put on a little bed of lettuce.
All right. Well.
I have one more, and then we can wrap up. All right, boys.
I'm gonna wrap up like a motherfucking present.
Would you rather go back in time and tell yourself something, or go forward in time and ask yourself something?
I would. That's in the end, you're essentially doing the same thing. It's just a matter of, do you care more about your past or your future?
Yeah.
I would say I would go into the future and ask some things only because I'm worried about the butterfly effect of me telling my younger self something and then possibly just completely alter my life, and then whatever I told myself just becomes moot or useless because I now have a new life set for me. I
would go in the future and ask the winning lottery numbers.
Oh my god. Also, to go back to one of your other points, Trevor, you would also... It still wouldn't matter, though, because it's essentially the same thing, because an older you is still coming back to talk to the younger you.
But it doesn't affect me at that point.
But at the same time, like, if I am myself going to the future to ask something, then by the time I go back, the future is set for me, and then I can just like work with that, and that is already my new future. So,
Oh yeah, that's fair.
do you get where I'm coming from here? I'd rather change a future I don't know about versus change my past and then end up somewhere new,
Yeah.
and then not know what's ahead of me. So yeah, that's how I do.
That makes sense. That makes sense entirely.
Yeah, I'm big braining over here.
Thank you everybody for listening. If you want to send us a suggestion for cryptids or Chris things to make or talk about, you can email us at cryptcreate or tweet at us on Twitter at cryptcreate. Do you guys have anything you want to plug?
My Venmo name is Kayla J.
No, stop
it! All right, but you can find me on almost any social media under Kayla J1848 if you ever want to follow me on places.
The things are in the description for that.
Well, you said to plug it. What else am I going to plug, huh?
I don't know. Trevor?
I don't know how to feel about people following my social media since I don't post anything. So I guess just follow your dreams, follow them memes, and don't jerk off to anime.
Wise words from Trevor. Other than that, you can find my fiance's social media links in the description down below. Be safe out there. Wash your fucking hands and ass.
And we'll see you next week.